Imagine waking up one day to headlines screaming, "Yellowstone volcano turns to ice," or "Mount St. Helens frozen solid." At first, it sounds like science fiction, a bizarre twist of nature defying everything we know about geology and physics. But what if it actually happened? What if, instead of spewing molten lava, a volcano transformed into a massive frozen ice structure? Volcanoes, the fiery giants that shape our planet. For millions of years, they've erupted with unstoppable force, spewing lava that burns everything in its path. But what if that all changed? What if one day the unthinkable happened and a volcano turned into ice? This isn't science fiction. This is a terrifying possibility that could rewrite Earth's future. And if it happened, the consequences would be catastrophic. In this video, we'll explore the science behind this nightmare scenario, how it could actually happen, and what it would mean for the United States and the world. And often we'll dive deep into this chilling scenario, exploring the scientific possibilities, the catastrophic consequences, and the mind-bending implications for our planet. Could a volcano really turn into ice? And if so, how? Would it be a natural phenomenon, or would it require some kind of extraterrestrial or supernatural intervention? First, let's break down how a volcano could freeze. Normally, volcanoes are born from Earth's molten mantle, where temperatures exceed 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 1,100 degrees Celsius, far too hot for ice to exist. So, for a volcano to turn into ice, something would have to counteract that immense heat. One possibility? Earth's core stops producing heat. If our planet's internal engine shut down, magma chambers would solidify, and volcanic vents could freeze over. Some scientists believe we could one day control volcanoes using geoengineering. But what if an experiment went horribly wrong? A volcano freezing weapon tested in secret, a climate manipulation device that accidentally triggered a deep freeze. A frozen magma chamber wouldn't just sit there, it would collapse, triggering massive earthquakes. Cities like Seattle, Portland, and Salt Lake City could be hit with magnitude 9.0 plus quakes, toppling buildings and splitting highways in half. Volcanic eruptions usually cool the planet by blocking sunlight with ash. But a frozen volcano? It would act like a giant mirror, reflecting sunlight back into space and accelerating global cooling. The Midwest could become a frozen wasteland, with year-round blizzards destroying crops. Coastal cities might face superstorms as ocean currents shift. The economic fallout would be devastating. Tourism around volcanoes? Gone. Agriculture in volcanic soil-rich states like Oregon and Washington? Destroyed. And with extreme cold crippling power grids, blackouts could plunge the US into darkness. But how? Maybe a rogue planet passed too close, disrupting Earth's geothermal activity. Or perhaps a massive solar event altered our magnetic field, allowing deep space. The aftermath. How a frozen volcano would reshape America. If a major US volcano like Yellowstone or Mount Rainier turned to ice, the consequences would be catastrophic, but in unexpected ways. A frozen magma chamber could collapse, triggering massive earthquakes and landslides. Cities like Seattle or Portland could face devastation. Volcanic eruptions usually cool the planet by blocking sunlight with ash. But a frozen volcano? It would act like a giant mirror, reflecting sunlight back into space and accelerating global cooling. The Midwest could become a frozen wasteland, with year-round blizzards destroying crops. Coastal cities might face superstorms as ocean currents shift. The economic fallout would be devastating. Tourism around volcanoes? Gone. Agriculture in volcanic soil-rich states like Oregon and Washington? Destroyed. And with extreme cold crippling power grids, blackouts could plunge the US into darkness. Meanwhile, the sudden cooling might alter underground water systems, causing sinkholes or flash floods. Volcanic eruptions usually cool the planet by releasing ash into the atmosphere, but a frozen volcano? It might reflect sunlight like a giant mirror, accelerating global cooling. The Midwest could face blizzards year-round, while coastal areas might see unprecedented storms. Tourism around volcanoes, like Hawaii's Kilauea or Wyoming's Yellowstone, would vanish. Agriculture in volcanic soil-rich states like Oregon and Washington could fail, leading to food shortages. Energy grids might fail under extreme cold, plunging the U.S. into darkness. If multiple volcanoes froze, Earth could enter a new glacial period. The U.S. might resemble the day after tomorrow, with skyscrapers buried under ice and mass migrations southward. So, could a volcano really turn into ice? Scientifically, it's nearly impossible, but not entirely. The universe is full of surprises, and Earth's geology is more fragile than we think. A volcano turning into ice is one of the most bizarre doomsday scenarios imaginable. While it's unlikely, it forces us to ask, how well do we really understand our planet? Could something even stranger happen one day? Whether through alien intervention, a freak cosmic event, or human folly, the idea forces us to question, how well do we truly understand our planet? If you enjoyed this mind-bending scenario, smash that like button, subscribe for more wild what-ifs, and let me know in the comments which U.S. volcano would be the scariest to see frozen. Stay curious, and remember, the Earth's secrets are far stranger than fiction.